Thank you for coming. I'm Jocelyn Linsalata, co-chair with President Tressel of the We See Tomorrow campaign for YSU, led by the YSU Foundation. I'd like to take a moment to update the community on the progress of the campaign. As of today, we've received 31,140 gifts for a total of $115,530,996. This sum breaks out to $2.8 million for the Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship, $3.6 million for the Rich Center for Autism, $3.8 million for Classrooms of the Future, $4.4 million for Campus Beautification, $10.6 million for endowed chairs and professorships, over $22 million to the annual fund, and $66 million in scholarship funds for our students. As we progress to our goal of $125 million, each of these campaign pillars will be enhanced. Throughout the course of the 6.5-year campaign effort, it became evident that the true catalyst for donors is President Tressel's work as leader of YSU. His vision for YSU and his commitment to the students, the university, and the region convinced donors of the value and importance of this campaign. It is President Tressel's extraordinary leadership that has driven our success to date. Anthony Paovalis, with whom I'll be sharing the podium in a moment, a fellow foundation trustee, have often discussed what is leadership and can a transformational leader profoundly improve an organization. We did not have to look far for an example of a true leader who has made a dramatic difference. By any measurement, objective or subjective, President Tressel's work has exceeded expectations. Anthony and I agreed that this work should be recognized during the course of the We See Tomorrow campaign. We envisioned a James P. Tressel Endowed Chair in Leadership at Youngstown State University. Our goal was to start with our friends at the YSU Foundation. These individuals would be the founding donors for this initiative. Our proposal was President James P. Tressel Endowed Chair in Leadership to recognize a YSU faculty member or executive administrator who has demonstrated exceptional leadership. It will recruit and retain faculty and administrators with outstanding scholarly records whose proven leadership will enrich their department and the university. This endowed chair will be non-discipline specific. The chair holder will be chosen from any college or university executive department. By establishing this chair, President Tressel's impact on YSU, the community, and the region will be recognized today and into perpetuity. Our fundraising process began with Anthony and I meeting with Paul McFadden and then scheduling one-on-one meetings with trustees of the foundation. Our goal was to raise $1.5 million to establish the James P. Tressel Endowed Chair in Leadership. Today, we are thrilled to announce that in just 8 weeks, we raised $1.6 million from the first 9 trustees with whom we met. And I'd like to introduce these generous donors, some of whom are with us today, some are on Zoom. Anthony Cafaro and the Cafaro Family Foundation, Alan Cope, Lee and Bonnie Birdman, who are with us on Zoom, Don Constantini, Ed Moransky on Zoom, Marty Solomon on Zoom, Gary Batante and his brother David, who are with us, Anthony Paovalis, and myself. Our new goal is to enhance the endowed chair in leadership through the creation of the James P. Tressel Center for Leadership. To achieve this, we'll continue our fundraising with foundation trustees, members of the YSU community, and the many, many individuals across our country who have been impacted by President Tressel's leadership. Anthony, you want to add?
Thank you, Jocelyn. Good afternoon, everyone. A leader is defined as a person who possesses commanding influence. A leader is someone who ranks first, a first or principal performer of a group. A leader is someone who is responsible for producing a result that is wanted, having an intended effect. And finally, Effective leaders possess special qualities or traits that make them different from others. And now, with this in mind, let me say a few words about President Jim Tressel. Jim Tressel came to YSU in 1986 as head football coach. In 15 years, YSU appeared in the playoffs 10 times and won 4 national championships, and was the most successful Division I AA program in the nation in the decade of the 1990s. It became quickly apparent, however, Jim Tressel's impact on YSU and the Mahoning Valley reached far beyond the football field. He quickly became a spokesperson and the most recognized representative in our community. His civic involvement for countless community organizations made a tremendous impact on countless individuals. Through Jim Tressel, Youngstown State University and Youngstown, Ohio became recognized on the national stage. In January 2001, President Tressel left YSU to become head football coach at The Ohio State University. In 10 seasons, he guided the Buckeyes to the 2002 national championship and 7 Big Ten championships. During his entire tenure at Ohio State, he remained engaged and connected with YSU and the Mahoning Valley and continued to be recognized as the ambassador for Northeast Ohio. He returned to YSU in 2014 as its president. Under his leadership, enrollment increased for the first time in 5 years. The academic quality of freshman classes has continued upward, and graduation rates are up. In addition, the university has set new fundraising records, kept the lid on tuition costs, expanded scholarship opportunities, and increased both university and private housing options across campus. He and his wife, Ellen, made a $1 million gift to create the Jim and Ellen Tressel Work Opportunity Endowment Fund at the YSU Foundation. He has worked diligently with local, state, and federal leaders to boost economic development in and around the region, including major improvement projects along the main corridors through campus and workforce development partnerships that include the new Excellence Training Center, now under construction on the south end of campus. President Tressel has given hundreds of presentations and lectures across the country. In 2019, he was one of the keynote speakers at John Maxwell's Leadership Summit in London, England. So it is clearly evident the Mahoning Valley has not experienced a leader with the capabilities and impact of Jim Tressel for many, many years. Thus, the motivation behind this endeavor. The purpose of this endeavor is to inspire future generations by capitalizing on the profound legacy, the extraordinary accomplishments, and the transformational leadership Jim Tressel has had on our beloved university and our beloved region. The purpose for this endowed chair and ultimately the James P. Tressel Center for Leadership will be to grow and foster the next generation of leaders, Jim Tressel-type leaders, for the benefit of, most importantly, our Mahoning Valley and even beyond. In the future, Valley business leaders and Valley citizens will look to students emerging from the outcomes of this endowed chair and the Center for Leadership to be the next generation of effective leaders for their companies and their communities. And finally, might the most important purpose of this endeavor be to keep Jim Tressel engaged and involved in our valley for many years to come, as I envision him serving as the inaugural leader of the James P. Tressel Center for Leadership. Thank you.
So President Tressel, if you stand. It's our great honor to present this document establishing the James P. Tressel Endowed Chair in Leadership. We thank you for all that you've done for us and being the transformational person we needed. Well, we can't do that. Okay, congratulations. Here you are. If you'd like to make a comment or two.
Thank you. Not very often do I get tricked, Ellen.
She didn't know.
Oh, You didn't know Ellen?
Hi.
Wow, I don't even know what to say. As Anthony said, leadership is all about serving others, and it's truly been an honor through the course of time to try to serve this university and this region, but the most valuable thing to me has been all of these people. Someone just asked me today, what's so special about our valley? What's special about our valley are the people. Collaborative, diverse, care about one another, care about values, family, community, and just work hard together. And usually I get a minute to prepare for remarks, but I don't even know what to say other than I'm humbled and can't thank all of you enough. Thank you.
I want to thank all our members of the media for joining us today. Thank you so much. Thank you to our YSU Foundation trustees for your leadership, for making this happen, those on the screen. President Tressel thought he was coming here today for a regular campaign meeting with Jocelyn and myself, so when you called 2 days ago to reschedule, if you sensed the angst in my voice, that was because this was to happen yesterday. But you were busy. That's okay. Thank you to all our friends in the media. All of our trustees, and our Provost Breen Smith is here. If you'd like any one-on-one interviews after, please help yourself. There's also refreshments available. Thank you so much for joining us today for this special celebration.